Oh my God, I have to go so much faster. Okay, my name is Kevin. Hi, Simon. I think we've interacted briefly, maybe. You're in France now, still? Is that right? Or did you come back for classes? I'm confused. Maybe you're back in Canada? Anyways, not important. My name's Kevin. In high school, which was oh so long ago, and I wish I could remember the professor's name, but I can't. Um, Huge props, though. Um, I was in high school. My senior year, I took a calculus course my first term because I had reached the limits of what high school had to offer. So it was cool because I got to leave for some afternoons, go over to Hope College, uh, take a class there with some slightly older people that I didn't even really interact with. But and I did not enjoy calculus too much. Um, it was too not important. So yeah, then the next term I thought no more math. But the system was in place for me to take a class at the local college. So I took a look at what they had to offer that the high school didn't. Intro to World Religions. And I think this would be useful in high school classes. Um, I think we need to understand the world. We're certainly in a global mode now. It's a big sandbox. And yeah, really enjoyed the class. We'd cover each religion over 1 or 2 weeks, a few classes. He'd get into the core beliefs and stuff, and it was really interesting. He had this great scheme. He would save Christianity towards later in the class, and one day people would walk in. There'd be a crucifix drawn in chalk on the chalkboard, Christianity, and then he'd start in. This is the history of Christ. These are the key events in his life as we understand them. Here are the basic tenets, beliefs. This is how it took Judaism and modified it. Here are the differences. Here are the parables, the allegories. Bam. And then he'd turn and face the class, and invariably somebody, and I say it this way because he told us this story rather than his tradition of just doing this to classes. But some unsuspecting class member would get in a huff. What? That's not Christianity. What? This is like an empty shell. It doesn't get the life and the love of Christ. It doesn't convey that. It's just a mere framework, and this doesn't have anything to do with like my church life and et cetera, et cetera. And the professor would stop and say, uh, there's a lesson here, perhaps. What have we been doing for weeks? This same exact thing with all these other religions. Fundamentally, you can't do that. And he liked to bring up metaphor of dissecting a frog. Sure, you can take a frog, you can pin its four legs down, cut open its belly, and start looking through its insides. You can maybe even figure out what some of the things in there do, little gooey pockets of things. These must have been the lungs. But if your main goal is to understand the life of a frog, uh, you have one key problem, and that is that the viability of that frog has been compromised. You are looking at a dead frog. And same is the case of studying religions in this way. You can't get up with a chalkboard and cover belief, uh, cover devotion, life, love, meaning, and yeah, that had a pretty profound effect on people because they came in with their own Christian perspective, and we're looking forward to the Christian segment because of it, and we're felt let down, and really none of this can stem to give can give you a full grasp of religion. So yeah, I got off to college and was looking forward to taking Introduction to Buddhism because I really latched on to Buddhism. I think it struck a chord with me in high school. I had grown very tired of physical upkeep, eating 3 times a day, showering daily, sleeping every night, waking up every morning. Tedium. It all seemed like tedium. I would have been much happier just writing poetry the whole time or reading. And so yeah, I ran off to college. Oh, so that's why Buddhism struck a chord with me because it spoke to the key source of suffering being loss and the cause of that being desires, really the desires leading to suffering because of loss. Everything in this physical world changes eventually. It is destroyed, it is diseased, it is dismantled, it is stolen from us, it is lost. In one way or another, we lose everything we hold dear uh, in terms of the physical, and that includes other people. And so, yeah, Buddhism, provided maybe there's a way out. Maybe there's an escape. Nirvana. Get out of this cycle we're caught in, and escape to peace, pure peace. Uh, yeah, so I ran off to college, took introduction to popular Buddhism, popular, and very quickly I learned that this was not what I wanted. We began learning about masses and masses of people who pray to a bodhisattva. Now, the Buddha achieved enlightenment and then taught other people. And when he was ready to die, he passed on to nirvana. Bodhisattvas are people who have achieved enlightenment but have returned or will return to this plane to help others achieve the same. And so I'm to believe there are churches and churches where the members pray the names of bodhisattvas and plead for them to come and bring enlightenment to them. No need to work for it yourself. No need for understanding to achieve enlightenment. Just call the name of one person and they will come save you. This is all you need. It's just the name of this person and a willingness to call them, to put your faith in them that they can bring you salvation. And this made me sad because it looked a lot like Christianity to me. And that also made me realize that really the thing that I love is the seed of these religions, the start. It's Christ's words that excite me, not the Pope's. I don't care about the Pope. I mean, that's Catholic anyways, and the Protestants set loose from that a long time ago. But still, you're going to go to a church and... Oh, I'm out of time. I have my own religion. I'll talk about that later. It's up here. I call it Kevin. I don't know. Crazy Temple. Crazy Temple. Um, very few are admitted inside the Temple of Kevin. Very few. Applications welcome. I thought the video was ending right there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm hoping that Islam can be brought to life by these very live people on YouTube. And it's a medium that's a lot more promising than text or anything else so rigid, because we're going to start this global conversation about Islam.